What's up? This is Ambré. I'm here at the BET Studios filming BET Amplified, and I got my lucky hat on. We're gonna have a good time. So the origin of Ambré, it comes from my middle name, which is, I'm not gonna say it, but I just basically switched the last two letters around. Really, my sister Brianne pushed me to pursue music, and she was on the cheerleading team, and one of her friends was running for homecoming queen, and she was like, you should sing for her. Her name was Briar. She was like, you should sing for her. You should ask her if you could sing for her. And she convinced me to do it. I asked her. She said yeah. And the day came, and I wrote like a little song for her and everything. Like it was like an original song to get everybody to vote for Briar. And after I got done singing, I'm gonna say the whole crowd, but the whole school just was like, ah! And then I feel like from that moment, that's when I was like, okay, I could really do it. My first project, Wanderlust, was a trip to work on because I was still in high school when I started working on it. And it was the first time that I was recording music like outside of my bedroom. I was working really heavily with somebody I still work with to this day. His name is Eric Bardalis. He had basically just like a mic and speakers and a computer in his apartment in the living room, and I would just go over there. Sometimes I'd sneak out the house to go over there and record. It was very freeing at that time because I just put it out on SoundCloud. It wasn't like, I didn't think about it too much. I didn't think about like a rollout or nothing like that. Just put it out. So me and her got connected through this producer named Swag Arcelius, or maybe he just goes by Swag now. And he found me through SoundCloud, and he reached out to me on Instagram and was like, I want to send you some beats. Send me some beats. I recorded some demos, and then he played it for her, and she liked it. And we also had like mutual friends. I was like close with Kaylani at that time, and they kind of like grew up together. So it was just kind of like a natural connection. And they flew me out to New York, and the rest history. The day I signed with Roc Nation, it was a tough time. Okay, so I was sleeping on my friend's couch, and I had just started working with my managers. It was a bright, sunny day. It was a bright, sunny day. I went up to the Roc Nation building up on the roof, and they had like champagne bottles and stuff. It was very like fancy. I was like, wow, okay. They had a photographer and everything. And I just felt I felt excited, but I also was just like, wow, what am I doing? But I had a good feeling about it because of just the way that they respect my mind and respect my ideas and listen to what I had to say. I felt like it was gonna be a good situation. So I wasn't nervous. I just was kind of like, okay, here we go. But I immediately went to a hotel so I could just be by myself, get some peace of mind. Of course, I was thankful for my friends who let me sleep on their couch, but I just needed some alone time, be in my thoughts. But that was the first thing I did. And I went shopping. So the name 3000 Degrees is basically, it's a play off of Wayne and Juvenile. Their first album was called 400 Degrees, 500 Degrees. And I'm from New Orleans. And this project, I wanted it to feel like home, and I wanted it to be a homage to my people, my family, and just where I come from. And I wanted to tell my story. I feel like with my other projects, I was focused on just creating the world and just creating some type of story or feeling. But for this one, I wanted to bring people just into my world and let people know who I am and where I come from and what I care about. So that was my thinking behind it. Also, the 3000, I'm a big Andre 3000 fan, and my name is Ambré, so I'm Ambré 3000. Finding out my song "I'm Baby" is #1 on Billboard is kind of like a fever dream, and I don't really know how to feel. I guess I'm excited. I think I'm grateful just that people like the music, and yeah, I don't really think about myself when it comes to stuff like this. Like, I'm just happy for everybody that I work with, that, you know, we get to have this moment together, and, you know, my family get to brag on me. When people listen to my music, I want them to feel happy. Well, really, I want people to feel whatever they feel when they listen to my music, but I want them to really feel it, you know, really like feel connected to the music, and I want them to feel my heart because I put that in everything I do.